that's me, and I'm coming to you with a brand new deck profile this week. And this week I am doing Vassal UAs. Now, Vassals are a mini archetype that came out in the Monarch structure deck this past week, and they actually work really well with the higher level UAs, allowing you to get even up to 3 searches per turn just by moving monsters around, which is what UAs do best. But as you can see, there is no extra deck right here, and that's because this deck doesn't really need one. UAs in general never really needed one, or could really go into it that often originally. And Vassals actually prevent you from going into the extra deck, so having one isn't really completely necessary. But if you really want to, you could use one. It is possible to go into it. And really it's just standard rank 4s and rank 5s. So Abyss Dweller, Castell, 101 for rank 4s. Rank 5s would be Durandal or like Volcasaur, stuff like that. So if you want to build that, go ahead, and it's just standard stuff, but other than that, it's not really necessary. So let's get into it. We'll start with the monsters here. 3 Midfielder, he's standard for any UA deck, just simply because it's your only low level one. He allows you to get Stadium's effect without any cost, so UA Midfielder is very useful. Double Slugger. Slugger is probably my favorite attack monster, just simply because it's just consistent free attacking. So he's pretty good with that. 2 Ace. My favorite defensive card. Once per turn, you can discard a card to negate any card effect or activation. So Perfect Ace is definitely pretty awesome. And then I'm also playing 2 Rebounder. Now, if you know my deck profiles for UAs, you know that I never use this card just simply because I don't think it's consistent. In this deck, it is. Vassals are just consistent tribute fodder for this card, and they can recycle themselves through Landrobe. So you can get so many normal summons off this card. You can consistently get cards out of the graveyard. UA Rebounder is definitely very useful, and that's why I'm playing 2 of them, just because I can use this effect a lot, and I want to see him more often than normal. 1 Goalkeeper, he's good as a wall. 1 UA Blockbacker, he's a walk and lose 1 turn. And then 1 Dreadnought Dunker, who can help you OTK. For the Vassals, I am playing 3 Landrobe, the Rock Vassal, double Mithra, the Thunder Vassal, and double Garum, the Storm Vassal. So, Garum actually is the main component for getting 3 searches in 1 turn. I'll explain that at the end of the video. It's a little complicated, but it can get you 3 searches if done correctly. And it involves both Mithra and Landrobe. Really, you're going to search out Landrobe from this card, but you need Mithra and Garum in your hand in order to get the 3 search. So, it's definitely very useful. It's just not as consistent, and you do tribute summon quite a bit in this deck, so Garum is definitely very useful for that. So let's go into the spells. For the spells, we are playing 3 UA Stadium. You need this card. It's a standard to play 3. If you want to play Terraforming, I'm not playing Terraforming in this build, but if you do, it is recommended just so you can get to this card as fast as possible. 3 Signing Deal. 1 Signing Deal, it's the stand-in Rhoda at this point, just because it's a hero lives for UAs that doesn't take out as much life points, but you need this card just simply because Rhoda's are 1, and you need 3 of it. Double MST. This could honestly be Twin Twister, but I like MST because it doesn't beat out of the hand. 1 Foolish because it helps me set up for Landrobe plays. It helps me set up for Rebounder plays. It's just a really good card. It also helps me set up for a Pinpoint Guard. I think that's what it's called. Pinpoint Guard to play as well, which I do run in this deck. So Foolish Burial is definitely pretty useful. I also play double UA Power Jersey in case you forgot that this was in the deck. It's not as necessary as it once was when the deck first came out, but it does help you OTK, which is pretty cool. I also play double Monarchs Stormforth. Monarchs Stormforth is useful just because it's non-targeting removal. It's rid of your monsters to summon your own, so that's pretty useful. And then 1 Rhoda. Honestly, with the Monarchs Stormforth, you can take out a Garum for 1 of this. I just like seeing Garum a lot more, so Monarchs Stormforth definitely useful for that. And, the Rhoda is just to search out the Midfielder. For the traps, I'm only playing 6. Double penalty box. This is good at killing Xyz materials. If you attack into an Xyz monster with a UA monster, you can banish it, and because of that, they lose all their materials, and then they're brought back. They're not re-special summoned. So, penalty box definitely pretty useful. Double Pinpoint Guard. This is just so you can reuse your Vassals or Midfielder when necessary. If you don't know what this does, it special summons one level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard in face-up defense position, and it can't be destroyed by battle or by card defense. This can also stop OTKs, so Pinpoint Guard is definitely pretty useful for that. And then for one-offs, one Bottomless and one Solemn Warning. They're some of the best summoning negations out there, so that's why they are here. So let's move on to the deck tutorial. Okay, for this tutorial, I'm explaining how you can use Garum and Mithra to like the best advantage possible. You're gonna want something like this in your hand, or at least a stadium on the field. And if you can have Rebounder and another UA in the graveyard, this will just actually maximize how much advantage you can get. So I'll explain how to do this right now. You're going to want to have Stadium on the field. If you have it in your hand, you're going to want to activate it. And then you're going to want to special summon Mithra to the field. Mithra's effect, in order to special summon him, you have to give your opponent a token. But that's not really that important because you can easily get rid of it. It's only got, what, like 1,000 defense. So Mithra is, the key here is that Mithra can allow you to tribute summon twice in one turn. In this case, you're going to tribute summon Mithra for a Rebounder. Rebounder's effect will kick in. You'll special summon the Slugger from grave. Both of Stadium's effects will kick in. You'll get to add a UA to your hand, and you'll also have both these monsters gain 500 attack. Rebounder's attack won't actually change in the long run. It'll go back down because you're returning it back to the hand, but Sluggers will go up to 28, and that's what's important. At this point, you're going to activate Garum's effect to return a tribute summon monster to your hand, in this case Rebounder, to special summon. Now, Mithra's effect, you'll also be able to tribute summon again. So, in this case, you'll tribute over Garum, normal summon Rival Rebounder again, and you'll add another UA from Stadium, and then you'll also add a Vassal from your deck to your hand. In this case, you're going to want to go for Landrobe. And the reason why is because Landrobe will help you set up for the next turn. Then you'll attack, get rid of the stupid-ass token, and you'll get the free attack from Mighty Slugger. During main phase 2, you'll return both of these to your hand, and special summon both of these. Now, if you have to activate Ace's effect during your opponent's turn, you're going to want to send the Slugger. You do not want to get rid of either of these cards, in this case, because then you can just immediately special summon it back from Rival Rebounder's effect. So you really lose nothing from the whole scenario. On the next turn, you're going to want to activate Landrobe's effect to special summon himself by putting one of your opponent's monsters in face-up defense position. Yep. And then you're going to tribute over him with Rival Rebounder. You'll get to special summon Slugger back to the field in this scenario. And then you'll activate Stadium's effect, just adding a UA. In this case, you'll probably want to add a, let's see, you're going to want to add a Midfielder just so you can use it the next turn. All your monsters will also gain 500 attacks. So he'll go up to 21, he'll go to 2,000, he'll go up to 27, he'll go to 28. You don't want to switch these out of defense mode yet because they're not quite big enough to allow you to do that. And Landrobe's effect will also kick in. In this case, you're going to want to add Garum, just so you can just so you can add back. You can tribute off to summon and do more searching for like another Rock Vassal or something. So in that case, it's just one. It can get you a lot of advantage potentially. It's just obviously it's not the best deck out there right now, but this is best case scenario of what you can do. So thank you guys for watching this deck profile. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, have a nice day.